Hey YouTubers, the American Samurai, back again with a review. Today we're looking at the Bendy Crack Up Comics Collection, Best of Bendy Comics from 1933 to 1946, at least in the Bendy universe. I'm not going to go into the wide story of, a lot of people know Bendy and the Machine is a horror game. Actually, there are a couple games under the Bendy Machine banner. The current one has yet, the second one has yet to come out, but the main question is, if you only know that much about it, is the comic worth checking out? And yes, I really enjoyed this. It splits the comics up into 3 sections, not including the introduction by the CEO of Archgate Films. It has the Syndicate comics, which would have been the newspaper comics, the Dime Store comics, which would have been Benny having his own little comic book. I don't know if it was probably self-published, I'd have to guess. The promotional comics, which were the cartoons. So the Syndicate Comics strips goes from 1931 to 1935, Dinosaurs Comics from 1936 to 1940, and the promotional comics, which would have been comics basically doing storyboards for the cartoons, would have been 1941 to 1946. So I'm just going to talk about some of my favorite ones here. Let's say for the Syndicate Comics, I love County Sheep, because in this one Boris gets his little sheep sidekicks. My second favorite one in that one, it would probably be How Not To. So that one shows Professor Boris teaching his little sheep sidekicks. And then if we go into the Dime Store comic section, I would say my 2 favorites in this section are Super Boris. I love it when when just like the craziest character gets superpowers, or the world's wiliest wolf. And they give Boris a pretty good rogues gallery to deal with. I love how they kind of do the Peter Parker Daredevil thing of him abandoning his identity in a trash can. And then the next one that gets superpowers would be Alice, and then we get Alice the Aviator, which is a cool war story. It's interesting. If this had been done at the time, 1940s, it would have been considered revolutionary, because I don't think there are many pilots that actually fought, or that actually ran on, straight up missions in World War II. So, even though it's fake, it would have been revolutionary had it really happened. As for the promotional comics, Train Trouble is fun. I like that one a lot. And then Giddy Up Bendy was my other favorite, because I like westerns. So overall, if you're not familiar with Bendy franchise, I'm going to be looking at some point in the future into one of the novels that dives into the darker aspects of it at some point. But if you just like, funny, goofy little comics, or just only don't even really care about the game, then it's worth picking up, because they are done in a very interesting style, and they're worth they're a quick read. So I give this probably about a 5 out of 5. If you like goofy cartoon comics, then it's worth checking out, even if you're not a big fan of the Bendy franchise. Alright, until next time, this is American Samurai saying stay safe, stay sane, and I'll see you next time. Later days.